Yeah, welcome to Kickin' It with Skinny, your host, DJ Skinny, Mr. Feelgood. I got my brother in the building, Malc. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Appreciate you.
How's everything, man?
Everything good. I'm in go mode right now. Got this tape coming out the 19th, my fourth one.
Tape mode go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in my zone right now. I'm on my square.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you already know it's Kicking It with Skinny. So I'm here with my brother. So I want this to be more or less like a conversation. You know what I'm saying? You could ask me questions and whatnot, not like so much of like an interview. So I wanna get to know you more as far as like where you grew up and stuff like that, like Beyone, New Jersey, right? Yeah. I want to say I probably only been to Beyone probably like twice. So tell me about your community. Tell me about like where you grew up and whatnot.
All right, so Beyone, it's in Hudson County. You got Staten Island right there. You got Jersey City right there.
Mm-hmm.
So Beyone, like right in the middle. It ain't even really like it's a laid back town. It's a sports town. Like I grew up playing sports my whole life.
Right,
sports
right.
town. You feel me? You got a couple thorough homies out there, but for the most part, it's calm and cool. It's chill out there. But like I was saying, like my peoples is originally from Jersey City.
Okay.
So that's where everything is active at. Like so, that's what you would call the hood right there. So and my mom's made sure like that I grew up around my cousins that was thorough coming up in Bayonne. She ain't really want me to. I mean, she wanted me to be able to handle myself in all circumstances. So she made it a point to me be around that side of my family, and I grew up around some thorough niggas.
Okay. So Bayonne is kind of like a more chill.
Yeah.
More chill. Why do I feel like Bayonne was like more of the hood? I don't know why.
I mean,
I don't know. I've been there like twice, but I probably.
Nah, you got
the hood? Okay.
You got thorough parts. You got thorough people.
All right.
Yeah, you got thorough parts,
All
thorough
right.
people. But for the most part, it's not even that type
It's not
of
even
time.
that.
Like, yeah, everybody just calm, cool around it.
All right. Because I've been living in Jersey for the past, 4 or 5 years. I'm still trying to get used to Jersey and like where all the good parts, the bad parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But so you graduated from William Patterson University with your BS in sociology, right?
Yeah.
So how was that experience just being like were you a first generation college graduate?
If you want it, my pops and mom
Okay.
did, but my grandfather, it's funny. My grandfather he's a preacher, so he like a pillar of the community. He got like 8 degrees. He got his doctorate.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and my brother graduated,
That's
so
what's
it's me,
up.
my grandfather, and my brother. My mom's and pops don't got no degree though.
Okay. So how was that experience like going to William Patterson University? You lived on campus, right?
Yeah.
How was those 4 years for you? Like
I ain't gonna hold you. Willie P is like a little mini HBCU at Jersey. Cause
I heard that before. I heard that before.
Like I went to Hampton my first year. I went out there to play ball, but
Okay.
things ain't work out. Situation, my grades and all that, and then I wound up going to Montclair. And then I got
Montclair's right there. It's like what,
Yeah.
15 minutes? Yeah.
It was culture shock for me though. Like coming from I could not coming from Hampton,
Right,
HBCU and Montclair. It's like predominantly, you know what I mean, white and all that. It's culture shock for me. So I had to grow up a little bit, and it ain't work out there. Even though I was doing my thing football wise and all that. And then I found a home at Willie P. So
Yeah.
Willie P was it for me.
How was football here for you?
It was good. I was all conference both years I was here. Set a couple records. Had some interest from some European teams. Had an agent actually, a CFL agent. I got hurt around that time. My pops had just died, so I had a lot going on. I'm just like, man, bunk the football stuff. I'm finna get my degree, a job, something I know is stable.
Right. So you started out rapping in college. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it in college you started?
Yeah, 2017. It's funny how like everything started. Like so, back in high school, me and the homies, we just playing around, just writing stuff, whatever, back and forth. That passed by. I come back my freshman year of college. Me and my man Abstract, like he do clothes now. Like he probably one of the most forward thinking people I know. He made the sweater and his hat.
Dope.
Yeah, so he was into like making beats and stuff. So this was like 2013. So for the whole summer, we would just be in the basement playing around, like just rapping over his beats or freestyle. And this was in like 2013. And after that summer, I ain't touching mic, no nothing since then. So it was like 4 years. Then I picked it back up in 2017 off of the strength of my brothers. They younger than me. They like my little brothers from back home. P, Twice, Dom. They was in the studio. And so they was like, yo, just come through. And then once I got in there, it just clicked. And I ain't stopped since.
So I remember my boy Black Truth, right? He's a producer. He introduced me to you, and that's how we did the Freestyle Friday, right?
Yeah.
And I was doing a little bit of research on your music and your past projects and stuff like that. And I kind of see you as like more like a storyteller. in a way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You paint a picture. You literally paint a picture, bro. And I'm a very like emotional person, so I feel goosebumps when I listen to people. I'm like that as a DJ. I've been DJing for almost like 11 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm very emotional. I want to feel music, and I feel like your projects and the type of beat you pick for your tracks and stuff like that. It's kind of like gravitate to people's like emotions. The way I see it.
That's like that's what I'm going for. I mean, cause I'm an emotional person too. You know what I mean? So I get a lot of inspiration from like AZ, Nas, Jay-Z, like that '90s era of storytelling, and your beat selection got to be on point if you want to get your point across. Like
For sure.
And I'm one of the biggest Ross fans out, and his beat selection is immaculate.
We're gonna get to that
his
soon.
Beat selection is
We're gonna
immaculate,
get to
so
that.
I gotta be on point with mine. Like that's what I mean. You could be the best rapper ever, but if your beat's not on point, like that's one of the biggest criticisms of Nas, like about his beat selection. I don't see nothing wrong with it, but that's what people say. But so I that's a conscious effort in my mind. Like me and my bro Nitty, like I find the beat. I'm like, all right, I think I got something for this. I send it to him, and he'd be like, all right, cool, yeah, that's it right there.
All right. So last December, I want to say it was 2018 December, right? You did the Freestyle Friday.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember before that, no, after that, you was telling me this was like the first time people visually saw you, doing like a freestyle. Like, how's that experience for you? Just doing like a 1 minute freestyle. Like 60 seconds to go on Instagram. How was that for you?
It's crazy the power of like social media, because I had dropped the layover, free game, progression. I had dropped 3 projects before that. You feel me? People was like, yo, he hard, this, that, and the third, yada, yada. But without visuals, it's hard for people to connect point A to point B. So we put that freestyle out, it like popped, like instantly. Like I seen somebody comment from Beyone, like, yo, I'm glad to finally see this style of rapping. Like it's a switch up, like. So you feel me? Like the visuals, it play a big part. Like that freestyle took off. Like it surprised me. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I see people like reposting it and like showing you a lot of love. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
And I see a lot of not gonna say no name, but I see a lot of artists come in my studio and they struggle with the freestyle. It's 1 second, not 1 second, 60 second, 1 minute for Instagram. They struggle with that shit, bro. And I want to say you probably took like 2 or 3 takes, and you wanted to take 1 take for that shit, bro.
I wanted to get 1 take.
Yeah,
we couldn't time the beat up right.
Yeah,
we couldn't get the loop right. That's what it was.
But we got it though. We got it.
It was clean.
But that shit was solid, bro. I fucks with that shit. That shit was solid. This is like just telling a story. So I want to get more into like your projects. You dropped 3 projects so far, like as far as like a rapper, right? The first one was
Free
Game, Progression. And then
the layover.
And right?
This one continuing the progression series.
Progression P2, right? So Free Game was the first one, right?
Free Game.
Yeah. So you dropped that on SoundCloud. That was 2018?
2020, the end of 2017. The end of 2017.
Because I know you dropped that project and Progression the same year. Was it that same year?
Nah. I dropped December 4th, 2017. Then I dropped Progression May 4th, 2018. Then
the layover the same year.
Then the layover was November 2018, November 4th.
So the first project, like how did people, I guess, gravitate to that whole project, just like dropping it on SoundCloud? Like your first project, how do you feel about your first project?
I don't even like listening to it.
Why?
Cause it's raw. Like it's raw. Like it's not mixed and mastered.
Yo, you know what's funny, bro? I was listening to that shit today. And I wanted to say that shit to you, like, yo, this shit is not mixed and mastered.
At all.
I was like, because I was like, I have ear for music. I was like, this is not mixed and mastered.
It's raw as hell. Like, and I appreciate it, but I don't really like listen to it because like I take my time. Like I'm real like cerebral with everything I do. So like with Free Game, like even from the cover art, the beat selection, all of that, like the cover art is like that's 2017. That's me coming off of 2016, probably the roughest time of my life. No more ball. I get hurt and all of that. So the cover art is a picture of me like as a youngin' with my hair all wild. It's just me by myself, and that's how I currently felt at that time. Like I ain't know whether I'm going left, right, this, that, and third. And you could tell if you listen to the project because you listen to me now and then. I got auto tune on a little bit then. Like I got more upbeat records. You feel me? Here and there, you could hear me telling the story, but it's more me like trying to find myself. All right, so if I'm gonna do this rap thing, what I'm gonna do with it, this, that, and the third. And then you go into Progression. That's when I like, all right, I'm here now. Like from the beat selection to me telling the story, and then the cover art is me and my nephew, and it's like the story behind that one is when my pops died. Like my pops was my nephew and my sister. That was their everything.
Right.
And it's just weird. It was just weird to me. Like once he was gone, I kind of took that role on. So if my nephew needed some money or somebody to talk to, he would call me. Or my sister going through this, that, and the third, she called me.
Right.
And it was just like that. It's a picture of me younger, and me, him, and like who would have thought fast forward a couple years from now, like I'd be that role for you. You feel me? I'd be that role model or whatever stepping in there for you. And then the layover was me, my grandfather, my grandmother, and my father in that picture. And in that picture, that's me like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, in that picture, it's all four of us, and that's like the people that was kind of talking to me on the last project on the layover. Like, I speak about my grandmother on that. I speak about my grandfather on that. And on the intro is my father. Like, most people don't know that. Like, that's my father on the intro. Like, he used to be heavily involved in church. My pops was, you feel me? He was a little bit of everything.
First Sunday, right?
Yeah, first Sunday.
First
That's
Sunday.
him. Yeah, that's him.
Got goosebumps on that shit, man. No, for real, for real.
appreciate you.
Yeah, first Sunday.
Yeah, so that's him on the intro of First Sunday when he was like heavily involved in the church and all that. My pops was like, you saw Boys in the Hood before?
Yeah, yeah.
Furious Styles, all the way. That was my pops. Like the living embodiment of Furious Styles. Like, and then on this project, I ain't dropped the cover art yet, but it's a picture of my mom, my two cousins, like the ones I looked up to. You feel me? They locked down right now. I ain't nothing to brag or boast about. They locked down, and my uncle, and that's played off of like my inspiration for this tape. Like me and my cousin, we went from writing to like on the phone basically every day. Like, and so like on Stay Blessed, I'm like collect calls trying to send bread through JPay. Physically locked, but his spirit they can't take away. Had to lose it all for his mind to finally be free. So like he was out here really wild and like, you feel what I'm saying? And it took him to sit down for a minute. My cousin been down since he was 18. He about to be 30 to 24.
Oh wow.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and like he been like my A&R on this project.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I call him, I be like, yo, how you feel? Well, he'll call me. I ain't calling him. He'll call me. You feel me? Yo, how you feel about this? This, that, and the third. I play it for him. He rocking with it. Then he'll get all his other homies that's down with him. They'll come crowd around the phone. And if they feeling it, yo, that's it. If it's not it, nah, I ain't really. You feel me? So that like been my inspiration. And then my uncle, who's them two father, in the picture, he was locked down in that picture. Like with him, my mom took them to go visit their father. And it's just ironic, like how history repeats itself, like the cycle.
Yeah. I like your cover art though. It's kind of like you're showing like what you're talking about in your tapes,
exactly,
and your verses. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like when I saw your first joint, I was like, "Who? It's got to be him." You know what I'm saying? And I saw the second one, like he's showing people his family. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like tap into what you're talking about on your tape. So and I appreciate that. A lot of artists, I feel like when they come out with their first tape, is either I don't know, like a picture of like a big booty girl or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Which is weird, but I appreciate your cover art. And it's just like a picture that was taken when you was 6 or 7 or 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? So the authentic is real.
I'm not even in my new cover art. I'm not even in the picture. I wasn't even born yet. You feel what I'm saying? That's just a picture of them. I believe he was in Riverside. That had to be like maybe 92, 93. I wasn't even born yet.
Right,
and it's just my two cousins, they father and my mother, she took them to go visit him. So, yeah, like, that's where a lot of my inspiration come from. And then my uncle, you feel me, he back out here now, you feel me, he been clean, solid, you feel me, so I talk to him off and on a lot, you feel me, and that's his sons, and he don't really know how to work the phone and all that, so I'll be having to do the JPay and all that, feel me, and all that, so, yeah, like.
Yo, I gotta say, I love the progression from the first tape to the second to the third. Overall, I love my favorite best is the layover though.
Yeah.
When you sampled Crime Mob, bro, I'm a big Crime Mob fan, bro. Big fuck till to this today, 2019. I'm a big Crime Mob. I think what's the name of that track? That one Crime Mob, something I can't remember that track, but it was running around in circles. I think the original.
You talking about Lord Knows?
Yes, fucks with that shit, man.
Lord
I'm a big Crime Mob fan, bro.
To be honest with you, that was the meat and potatoes of like the project. That's the first song that I recorded. Like I recorded that a week after graduation. So everything you heard in that track is like literally like, all right, yo, I gotta go put this pen to pad. Like I start off the verse like, Walked across that stage. I swear that was my proudest day. Watched my family rejoice and finally feeling like I found my way. Bittersweet, I'm on a fast track in this rat race. Only wish my pops was here to see his little man today. Like, that's real shit. Like, I walked across that stage. My family happy, but still inside it's like, damn, my biggest fan out here. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
so it was like bittersweet.
That's dope. That's dope. And now you got P2 coming out.
Yeah.
May 19.
May 19th, man.
Bro, I want to say it was probably like two weeks ago. He came to my studio.
Yeah.
And he was playing the whole fucking tape. It was like, what, 6, 7 tracks?
Yeah, seven tracks. I had to play trusted ears, man. You feel me? I trust your ears.
I appreciate that.
That's the ear test right there.
And I saw on your Instagram, I think you had like a little listening party type shit. Was it listening? Yeah, I saw your bro. Everybody was there, bro.
It was shaking. It was shaking.
That felt like love, bro. Like it was just like everybody there, you know, studio, and you just like chopping it up.
Definitely, because like I rap. When I put my verses together, like my friends is so big at hip hop heads, like wordsmiths. Like I put my verses together to please them, not necessarily please them, but to impress them. Like,
right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm not putting this together like to compare with other rappers. Like I'm in my own lane. If my homies approve of it and I trust their ears, all right, I got one. All right, cool.
How's the like women, like females who your projects and stuff like that? Do you have a lot of, I guess?
You wanna know what's crazy?
Yeah.
All right, so the females that listen to the projects or like that are real in tune with it are like my age or maybe older, like career women. Like,
really?
You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what's crazy to me. Like career women, like women that going through something in their life, or a lot of college graduates, because I know a lot of females from Willie P from graduating college. Like that's the most reception I get, like from women who are like in careers. No disrespect, no other type of women. You feel me?
Right.
Like
sure.
real career and goal oriented women that damn near, you feel me? Me and them basically thinking the same thing, going through the same struggles and all of that.
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
That's dope. So with all these 3 projects, right? Like, what's the feedback from people? Like from your moms to your family, your cousins, everybody. Like, what's the feedback?
You know, like the biggest compliment to me that I get is, yo, when I hear that, I hear you. Like, I know you're not frauding in that, because I was there for that. Or I know everything you're going through. Like, that's beyond relatable, because I'm going through that same thing right now. Like,
right.
It had to be like 3-4 weeks ago. I don't like playing my music for my moms and my aunts just out of a respect thing, because I'm cursing. You feel me? This, that, and the third. But they snuck and listened to it. I left it on in the car because I burnt the disc. So I left it in the car. My aunt used the car and all that. So like 2 days later, her and my mom sit me down like, yo, what you doing with this music thing? I'm like, you feel me? I'm doing it. They're like, yo, you need to stop playing and really like get on your grind. Like, so once I got that stamp, it's like, all right, we in go mode now. And all the homies been behind me. That's like the basis for the first track, All In. It's like, I'm telling you, all right, I'm not playing with y'all no more. Like, this what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I ain't got no more time to play. My mom's telling me stop playing. Everybody telling me stop playing, do this. Like, you got something right here. So, all right, I'm going to do this.
And you do. No
Appreciate
gas shit, you know what I'm saying? No cat, you know what I'm saying? You do.
Appreciate you.
So I want to get into talking more about Progression 2, P2. You know what I'm saying? Like, paint a picture for, like, people who's, like, watching this right now. Like, what's your message in this 4th project right now?
All right, so if you've been around from the beginning of Free Game, if you haven't, if you just listen to the layover, you would hear the layover, like, in my voice, everything. Like, it was kind of like a dark time for me, like, uncertain, unknowing. You feel what I'm saying? I was coming out of college. Ain't know where my job was going to be, where I was going to be. I was moving, you feel me, to a different town. So it's like, damn, where I'm going from here, this, that, and the third. And on the outro, Oversight, I say all of that. Coming into P2, it's like, if you listen to P1, I'm continuing some of those stories, but it's like you hear a new bounce in my voice. Like, I'm rejuvenated. Like, okay, I took all them L's, now I'm going to bounce right back, and I'm landing on my feet. It's time to go.
Yeah. All right. And it was, I'm not going to lie, it was a solid listen.
Yeah.
It was a solid listen, bro. Like, so I see a lot of artists when they drop, like, mixtape and albums, like, they put a lot of tracks, like 15, 20 tracks, right? I noticed for you're sticking to like 6, 7, 8 tracks. Is there a reason towards that? Because like there's like streaming now is like the thing. You know what I'm saying? The more track you have, the more stream, the more plays and stuff like that. Is there like a strategy towards like putting like 6, 7 tracks?
I ain't even finna hold you. Like, Free Game, it was 8 tracks on that, and that was off of the strength of I'm broke, dog. The studio not
Yeah.
free, you feel what I'm saying? Like $40-$50 an hour, so you feel what I'm saying? I'm broke, dog. So then I get in the progression. I'm still broke, you feel what I'm saying? So that give you another 8 tracks. I graduate, you feel me? I'm not no struggling college student anymore. I got a little coin, a little change in my pocket, but knowing music and thinking ahead, I'm like, everything is kind of turn up music. Like that's dominating. Trap, the 808s, the trap, you feel me? So I'm like, everybody not really trying to hear content rap right now. So I'm not finna give you 15, 12 tracks of me going berserk rapping because you're not gonna sit there and digest that. Like that's too much to digest. But what I am gonna give you, I'm gonna give you a cool 20 to 30 minutes worth of music that you could listen to on your way to work. That'll motivate you. You feel what I'm saying? And it's gonna stick in your head. It's an easy listen. You feel what I'm saying? It's not, I don't want to hear nobody preaching to me. I don't want to hear all this, that, and the third. We give you a small sample size, but it's potent. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's going to hit you. I feel like me personally, I say enough in my tracks to where I don't got to give you 12. I'll give you 7 and you'll be satisfied.
And every track is hitting. It's not like,
exactly.
So you get like 4 tracks that's hitting, and then the next 3 you think, And then you get, you know what I'm saying? So like all 7 of them is going to hit.
Exactly. I want all 7 to hit. I'm all hits, no misses. I'm not trying to put out 12. Say you put out 12 tracks.
Right.
Let's say percentage wise, you get 2, 3 that's really knocking.
Mm-hmm.
You got a bunch of fillers on there. I'm not, nah.
I
want the whole thing to hit you. You feel me? Every song is for a different vibe, a different mood.
Yeah.
But it's all tied together, telling the same type of story. So that's what I'm going for.
So speaking of stories, as far as like visuals, like you plan on doing any visuals for this?
For sure. Like I was saying, that freestyle joint, once I seen the impact of that visual, I'm like, okay, all right. So we dropped the promo bit. It popped. You feel me? I mean, to my standards, you feel what I'm saying? Like I got like 1,000 views in 2 days. I'm like, oh, all right, people paying attention. You feel me? Again, I'm just a local artist. You feel me? So I get that 1,000 views in a day and a half, 2 days. It's like, oh, all right. So we doing something right here. We gonna keep on the path. My man's actually shot that. Like my little brother, my man Mark Litboy, he shot that. He nice with the camera. So yeah, did all the editing and all of that. I try to keep everything like in house, like.
No, for sure, as you should.
Try to keep everything in house, like. Again, like I said, from what I'm wearing, like I try to, if I'm on a platform, I want my homies to be on the same platform with me. Like,
right.
Hove said, no one will fall, but everyone would be each other's crutches. So you feel me? What's the point of me being a millionaire and all my homies is thousandaires? So if I fall off, who gonna lift me up? But if we all got $1 million, I'm down right now. All right, it's 10 of us. All right, all of y'all, let me hold $1 million. I'm back up 9 million right now.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I look at everything. I
like that mentality, man. So as far as strategy for like the latest project, right? Is there like you're just gonna drop it without like I'm pretty sure I don't know if you do like singles or you just drop it with like visuals like one week after the other, or
the visuals is definitely coming. I'm not gonna lie to you. The vibe on this, it's like summertimey, bouncy, like
right.
And the weather been horrible, so I ain't been able to really shoot nothing like that. But I'm definitely getting into the visuals, and it's like I want the people to choose a single. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so the one I get the feedback on, all right, we got to shoot a video of that one. Even though from the listening party alone, I already know the outro track, Breakthrough, is going to hit, and I got to shoot a video for that one.
You got to send me the MP3s before them shits drop, bro.
All right, I got you.
Because I will play this shit out of them shits. When I go out, bro, I'm telling you, bro. But I'm looking forward for this shit. Is it this weekend coming up?
Yeah, the 19th.
19, right?
The homie graduate the 15th. My man Jack, congrats, shout out. He graduated tomorrow. I'm going to that. And then the 18th is his birthday. And then the 19th, we dropping a project. So we're going to be pretty active this weekend.
See that. So the whole summer, I'm pretty sure people probably going to be bumping P2.
Exactly.
People going to be bumping that shit. I want to get a little bit into just talking about the culture and just talking about hip-hop and stuff like that. Like, how do you feel about, like, hip-hop right now? I know that's a broad question. Like, how do you feel about the music and the artists and what's going around and, you know, the vibes?
I mean, I ain't really even in the situation to comment on or the bigger artist than me, you feel me? But everybody get money right now, you feel me? It's a lane for every single person. Like, you got your lyricists, you got your Kendricks, you got your matter of fact, you got the whole TDE. Everybody is going crazy in TDE. You got Dreamville. Then on the flip side, you got Lil Baby, Gunner. Like, it's room for everybody. I'm just trying to find my little spot in there, you feel me? I'm just trying to get comfortable somewhere, you feel me?
So what's like the goal for you as far as like being an artist? You You want to stay independent and just doing your own thing, or probably sign, or just like wait till the right deal come around for you?
It's easier said than done. Like you feel what I'm saying? I could tell you right now, I want to stay indie, but let a label come at me right now, yo. We like what you doing. We want to front you $250,000 on the front end, but we want to sign you to $1 million deal. I ain't never seen $250,000 in my life. That'd change my life right there. So it's easier said than done. I'm just taking it day by day. Opportunity presents itself. I'm gonna sit down with my manager, my best friend, my man Russ, Fat Man, and we gonna go from there. See what's best for us as a team, the 94 Till team. So.
Right. So you mentioned earlier, like Ross is like one of your favorite like artists, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Ross is unrated artist?
Who, Rakim?
No, like Ross.
Oh, Ross.
Right.
Oh, really?
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
accent.
No,
the
my
accent.
bad.
I say, oh.
My bad. Ross. Yeah, Rick Ross. Yeah.
Beyond underrated. Like, other than Drake, there hasn't been another consistent rapper like that. He hasn't missed on any album. Like, he hasn't missed, period. Like, period. He ain't missed, period.
I'm still
like,
waiting. You think he's gonna drop in 2019?
Port of Miami 2 coming. That's
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that shit.
It has to come. I'm still bumping Rather You Than Me. That's what I pulled up rocking. Santorini, Greece. When them horns hit, it's like I feel immaculate. You
and
feel
he's
me?
a storyteller too.
Exactly.
Ross is a storyteller, man.
Exactly.
I fucks with that nigga. So other than like Ross, like what else? Like who do you like listen to? Like what's on your playlist right now?
My playlist right now. I listen to myself a lot. Like critique myself. I'm my biggest critic. Like that's what the homie said about me. Like you too hard on yourself. I'm like, dog. That's what got me to where I'm at. I was hard on myself in sports. You feel me? So I'm definitely listening to myself. But the weird thing is, once I drop, I don't listen to myself. Like you feel me? Once I drop
Why
it,
is that?
I'm on to the next thing. I don't like the bask in it, like, cause this is a microwave society. It's what have you done for me lately? So I could drop a hot project. Layover could be hot, and if I dwell on that, P2 would be ass. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta forward thinking, like, but other than myself, Ross, my dog Twice from Beyone, he's dropping soon. Crazy. Reason,
Okay.
There you have it. I'm definitely listening to a lot of Reason. There you have it. Don't laugh at me, but I listen to a lot of like oldies, like.
Nah, that's cool, bro.
But not even old school rap, like you feel what I'm saying.
Like,
I think that's where I get my beat selection from. Like I listen to a lot of Al Green.
Okay.
You feel me? Yeah.
Some soul, like and all that.
Yeah, a lot of Al Green. Throw in a little Lenny Williams. You throw in some the Gap Band. Like,
What you know about the Gap Band,
Gap
bro?
Band, come on, man. You throw in the Gap Band, yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right,
I'm just
right.
listening to Fantasy, like it's a bunch of stuff. Like Marvin Gaye, like that's my pop's favorite artist. Like I grew up in the crib to where and Anita Baker, like I can't go without Anita Baker. Like I can't go a day without it. Like that's I said that on on P1, like bumping Anita Baker by any means with Malcolm X on, and like. I kept playing on that in P2, like it's a couple songs with her like sample on it. But like Saturday Mornings is made for Anita Baker and cleaning the house. Like that's literally what Saturday Mornings is made for.
Yeah, bro. That's how I grew up in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Just like cleaning the house and just playing tunes, bro.
Word up. On any given day, I might walk in the house from school. My pops would be playing some Anita. He might be playing some Marvin Winans, some Marvin Gaye, some Public Enemy. Like it's just a wide array from gospel to soul to rap. EPMD, he loved EPMD. Like,
Yeah.
That's how I start. I don't mean to keep going back to the tape, but that's how I start off all in. Just relax your mind, let your conscience be free, and get down. And to get down, cause these vibes should just rock with me. That's played off of EPMD, like.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a flip on that shit.
Now I see where you get all like the lyrics from. Just like your storytelling, cause your background and growing up, you grew up around that, and it's only right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But. I can't wait for P2. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait for this shit, bro. I listened to this shit like in the studio probably like 3 weeks ago, but like actually like when this shit is out.
Yeah, delve into it.
I'm waiting for this shit. So I remember going back a little bit, like like the second tape to the third tape you drop in 1 year, right? Like how do you feel about this artist dropping, I guess, too many projects, I guess, in 1 year, or Like, was there a strategy for that to drop 2 tapes in like 1 year like that?
No, I just was going through a lot of shit, and I had a lot of shit to get off my chest. You feel me?
Right.
Like I had a lot to get off my chest, and I had a lot to say. So it was just like, all right, I'm gonna just keep recording. Like the homies, like, yo, don't burn out, yo, don't burn out. I'm like, bro, my life is ever changing. Like every 6 months, there's something different going on with me. You feel me? I got a lot to say, but after this one, I definitely gotta simmer down a little bit, keep my foot on the pedal, but a lot of the background stuff, as far as like me and my man's been handling. Like I've been doing some shows lately, interviews like this. Like, you feel me? We gonna let this one rock out for a little bit. I ain't even get a layover really, too much time to breathe before I got right back in the studio. I was doing performances and all that, but I'm extending the life of this one. The crazy thing is, like, the layover 2 months later, that's when it really hit its peak. Like it came out, it was steaming when it first came out.
Yeah.
And then like random people I don't even know, like tagging me, hitting me up, like, yo, like, that's it.
It's aging well. You feel like it's aging well?
Yeah, it's like fine wine.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Out of all of them, I think the layover is just, it's my shit, bro.
Because you been in the same shoes I've been in, like, as a college student. Like, that's 6 months after, that shit can break you.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's, yo, am I gonna get a job? Yo, did I just waste all this damn money at school?
I remember them days,
like, you
bro.
feel me? Like, I got these loans in my name. Like, did I just waste all this damn money? You know what I'm saying? So that's why, because that joint can hit you, like, really in your soul. Like, you can identify with everything I'm saying. Like,
you know what? Age well too. I mean, it was a dope album when it came out last year. The Pusha T shit last year. I just listened to it last week. And I was like, yo, this shit. Not saying it wasn't good, but I was listening to Daytona. I was like,
man, listen,
this shit crack.
7 tracks.
This shit, yes.
7 tracks.
This shit crack, bro. Daytona?
Numbers so low. Bitch be thankful. Like, that shit is hard. Like,
Daytona was like, he should have won something for Daytona on some real shit.
I ain't even gonna hold you. That's what I was like, yo, Daytona. Off of the strength of, I gave a victory lap, a smooth listen through. Like, yo, this cool. And like, the weird thing is, the universe worked weird. Like 3 weeks to a month before, I'm like, you know what? Let me double back on this. I'm like, yo, this is it. This should have got the Grammy. Like, victory lap was crazy, beginning to end. Like, the features, everything. Like, and I'm not just saying that because he dead. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Nipsey.
Definitely. But that shit was bananas. Like, if you would have gave it to either one of them, I wouldn't be mad. But then again, I'm not mad at them giving it to Cardi.
Word.
She's the biggest artist in the world right now. So I'm not mad at that at all. Like, it's basically a pick 'em.
Yeah. Speaking of Nipsey, like, was you a big Nipsey fan?
All right,
listen to his stuff.
I got on Nipsey. Like, I had a homie who was like, yeah, he was active. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So his favorite track, like, shout out him. His favorite track, like, it had to be like my junior senior year. He like a year or two older than me. His shit was this shit with Nipsey and Lloyd Banks, Me and My Strap. And this was in like 2011, 2010. That was his shit. So that's who first introduced me to Nipsey.
Yeah.
So I rocked with him then. Then fast forward, you feel me? I got to Montclair, got around my homies from Roselle, my man's Cough and Nip. Like, they fuck with Nip heavy. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That's when the Crenshaw shit came out. Check Me Out. I was rocking with it then. Like, so it was periodically in and out. But that nigga's hard. He always been hard. You feel me? Then Mailbox Money came out. My shit was, he always kept the Ross feature. Like, that was my shit. It was the second track on it. It was Killer, and I forget the name of the track on Mailbox Money, but the second track on there was with him and Ross, and that was my shit right there.
I fucks with Nipsey, bro.
That's a fact. I had to go back and really look over the discography. Like, Slauson Boy 2 is bananas. Like, bananas. Beat selection, too. I see why him and Ross was collaborated so well. And then he had that verse on Fountain of Youth. Like I said, I'm a big-ass Ross head, so I pay attention to all that. Like, when he had that verse on Fountain of Youth, that was like another reintroduction to Nip. I'm like, all right, Ross co-signed him, all right, bet.
Yeah. So, when you think about his old situation, I'm not trying to get too much into it, but just, like, dying in your own hood, like, the stuff that, like, he was painting, like, a vision for people, you know what I'm saying, in a way, and, like, to die in your own hood, around people around, how do you feel about that? Do you have fear of, like, knock on wood, like, being in a position like that, like, going as far as, like, Nipsey and, like, people, like, bringing you down in your home, like, hood type thing?
I mean, I try not to fear too much because, like, when you fear shit, that shit manifests. You feel me? Like, I was just reading a book. I think it's called, like, The 3 Magic Words, something like that. And it's like, the biggest obstacle in life is fear.
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, fear holds so many people back. So if I fear something, that shit's probably gonna happen. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? So I try not to think like that. Like, try to think positive thoughts, trying to manifest positive thoughts, because you put that shit in the world, you better claim it. Like, you put positive thoughts in the world, go get them shit. So that's how I try to live my life. Like,
I always tell my students that, man, you going around like angry, looking angry all day. Like, people's not going to approach you. People's not going to want to talk to you. 'Cause you have
I went through that stage,
nasty
though.
attitude.
I went through that stage though. I ain't even.
I'm pretty
finna
sure
hold
everyone probably been like in college. You been through that?
Yeah, like, bro, I do not want to talk
That
to you.
ass.
I'm trying to go get this student special. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
God, yeah, but nah, yeah. I can understand why. You'll never know what a person going through. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I know a lot of people, that's their defense mechanism. They shy as hell, so they put up that ill grill, and it's like, all right, this is how I keep people off my back. So it depends. Different strokes for different folks.
Random question. You have any crazy college stories? Any crazy? Yo, you laughing.
I got some crazy ones, but I'm gonna tell you something that's appropriate for here.
All right.
So, right, the homie, right, we had just came back from like the classicals one night, and my man's like, he got a habit of doing wild shit. So he's trying to talk to some chick. Mind you, we playing football like this off season, so we lifting every day. This when we at our ACAS right now.
Right.
So he's trying to talk to some chick, and in the middle of talking to her, he's like, "Yo, hold up, I'll be right back." He comes down to the room. We was living in Overlook North. So he comes down to the room. He takes his shirt off, oils himself up, looks at himself in the mirror. I said, "What the fuck is this nigga doing?" He goes back upstairs and continues the conversation. Like that was supposed to get him the draws, like by oiling his body up and taking his shirt off.
This nigga oiling himself up?
Oiled himself looking like Terry Crews. He oiled himself up. Like, that shit was crazy.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Do you miss college like that? Or
I miss the camaraderie.
Okay.
Cause like I just miss being around my dogs every day. Like,
yeah.
My dogs is like, those are my dogs. Like, the niggas I graduated with college is the niggas I graduated with from grammar school and high school with. Like, I know them my whole life. Like, yeah. So I miss that camaraderie, even though we talk to each other literally all day long. Like, but yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for you, man? Like, after this project, like, I know this is cliche, always asking this question. Will you see yourself in like 5 years as far as like doing this music?
5 years. Hopefully by then I'll be able to stand on my own too in the music thing and be able to bring people with me. So like, create a conglomerate. Like, I don't want to just pop off of music.
Right,
like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I want to pop off of music, but I want to have other streams of income to where it's sustainable, because music changes. Like, the sound is ever changing, you feel what I'm saying? So if you can't get with the times, you're going to be assed out and broke. Like, a perfect example is, look at 50. All right, cool. My music not popping no more. I got power. You feel what I'm saying?
He got liquor, though.
I got vitamin water. I got all types of different streams of income.
For
like,
sure.
you feel what I'm saying? I love making music. Like, it's not even about the money for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just genuinely like love music, all types of music, and I definitely love rapping. If I could, it's the most beautifulest thing in the world to me, where I can express my emotion, shit that's going on in my head, and somebody can say, "Yo, I needed to hear that." Like, that's the biggest form of like that shit just warms me. Like, yo, I needed to hear that. Like, I'm going through that same exact shit. All right, word. Like, that gives me the frame of mind. I'm doing something right there. But in 5 years, hopefully, I see myself along with my team, my dog Russ, Nitty, Free, having a corporation, like a setup, like, not to piggyback or seem like I'm just saying it because of the times, but something similar to the way Rockefeller was set up. You feel me? Rockefeller set up. You had Hove, and then he brought everybody with him.
Right.
All similar. Nipsey is a direct offspring of the Hove thing. You feel what I'm saying? Do it yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so something like that, to where I could make myself a brand. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
All right.
And if not, I got my degree.
Yeah, you got a sociology degree. You know what I'm saying? Graduated from Willie P.
And I ain't bragging, but I'm finna have my social worker certification too.
That's dope.
So,
Congrats, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
Congrats.
I'm trying to be as realistic as possible with this, because
For sure.
it's more niggas that want to be rappers than that want to play in the NBA and NFL combined. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be realistic with yourself. You gotta set attainable goals.
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm striving towards them. You feel me? Steady progression. Like, as long as I ain't stagnant, as long as there's one foot in front of the other and I'm moving forward, I'm cool with that. Like, I just don't want to look back 3-4 years from now. Damn, I should have never bullshit.
Regret. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't believe in regret. I don't live in regret, because everything that I went through in life got me to this point. I
For
wouldn't be the
reason.
man I am today.
Yes.
You feel me? If I ain't go through what I went through, this, that, and third. So I just take it in stride as it is what it is. Like, you gotta keep it pushing. Like, hurt, happy, whatever. You can't
Yeah.
be too high or too low. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Like your downs, like that's that.
Exactly.
I always tell my students, like when you like get probably like a D or C in a class, like that probably happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let that shit happen again. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
not even
you,
gonna lie to you. I never failed a class like a day. All right, so I'm gonna just give you the whole rundown.
yeah,
So when I was at Hampton, like my gray shirt, that's what they would call it, like whatever. I wasn't able to play ball. I had to sit for a whole year. So I'm gonna use my 4 years of eligibility to play football. So I was ready on a 5-year plan. Man.
right.
Fast forward, 2016. My pops had just died. 2016. That semester, I had 2 classes. I was gonna take one class in the spring, and then I was gonna walk and then graduate in the summer and all that. So right, I had a teacher. My pops died the first day of classes, September 3rd, I believe it was.
Yeah.
No, September 1st. My bad, because the 3rd was the game. So that had to be a Thursday. Yeah. All right. So bang, I told her I got the call, whatever. All right, bang. I go home. I come back that Tuesday. After play the game, I tell her, yo, this is my situation. Like, my pops just died, yada, yada. This is the first thing she comes out of her mouth to tell me, yo, you should drop this class. You're going to fail. Like, you're not going to be able to keep up. I'm like, yo, you didn't even try to send me condolences,
And that's
no
the first
nothing.
week
Like,
and everything?
Like, she didn't try to send me condolences, no nothing. So, bang, I'm like, you know what? I ain't never been one to back down, so I'm going to thug it out. Like, you feel me? Mind you, I'm going back and forth. Like, you feel what I'm saying? From home there, making sure my mom's good, this, that, and the third. Long story short, come to the end of the semester. What you need, a C- in the class. I was like a 1.5, 2 points short. I'm like, yo, you can't. I'm not asking for a handout, but you know my situation. Like, you feel what I'm saying? She fails me, so I don't graduate. I don't graduate in 2017. That forced my whole shit back a whole year. And like at the time, I'm mad as shit. But I'm like, now I'm thankful for that, because if I would have graduated on time, not on time, but when I was slated to graduate, I probably would have never started rapping. I probably wouldn't be who I am today. So I just take it as you needed that right there.
It's a reason,
Sit down, get your mind right. Like, that's what I needed. So, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, life is not perfect, man.
At all.
Everything happens for a reason.
That's a fact.
And
We don't know the
everybody-
reason. We don't know the reason. It might reveal itself later on in life. It might not, but you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I always say to people, like, we all like run our own race and we have our own path, our own maze. You know what I'm saying? You can't look at like over your lane, oh shit, he rapping, like Skinny's doing this. Like, I gotta focus on my shit. My blinders is on like a racehorse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But it's human nature though.
Yeah.
It's human nature to, yo, he got this. Oh, he got the Hirachis on. I need this, that, and the third. How you get the? You feel what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
human nature.
why you worried about that? You know what I'm saying? I got a white and
that's
Rockies
human
on. You know what I'm
nature,
saying?
you know what I'm
Why?
Like, that's human nature. Like,
But you
know
don't think
what
it's
I'm
that the hood, man? Fucking Mike and shit, fuck it up. But you don't think that's the hood mentality though?
No, I don't think it's the
No?
hood mentality. It's just man's mentality.
Man's
because
mentality, okay.
Not. It's everywhere. Like, it's hate everywhere. Like, it's hate on Wall Street. It's hate. It's not just something that's in the black community. Like, it's hate everywhere. Feel what I'm saying? So that's just embedded.
How do we stop that? It's a big question, but how do we stop that though? Like, looking
You can't.
at you and like how
You can't. Because you always, like, how could I put it? I just, again, like, I'm heavy on the reading. Like, I read a lot. So it's like, I just read something was like, competition is not godly. Something like that. It says something like that. Creativeness is godly. So by me comparing myself to you, I'm losing everything that makes me me, because it's only one me. So if I'm comparing myself to you, I'm not being original. Whereas if I'm standing in my own lane being creative, I'm not worried about you. Everything that you hear is from me. It's from my soul. It's this, that, and the third. But if I'm worried about, yo, when is he dropping? He dropping the 20th? All right, I'm going to drop the 21st. That's taken away from me. Like, man, I'm going to take my time with this one. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's taken away from you as the person.
right. Yeah, I don't know. We need to do better as a society, bro.
It's a fact.
We need to do better. But as I said, man, we all need to like mind our own business. I mean, at the same time, kind of like help each other, uplift each other, but kind of like mind, like, run our own race type shit, man. But like, any last words you want to give to the people who's listening out there, man, about your new project or just about anything right now?
May 19th, you feel me? Just come on this fantastic voyage with me, you feel me? Enjoy the music, enjoy the vibes, and no matter what you do in life, like, do you never them, dare to be different. Like, that's the slogan me and my homies live by. Like, do you never them. Like, don't fit in, stand out. You know what I'm saying?
And you always say something. Is it, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Till 94 or something like that?
94
Till.
Like,
94 Till. I fucks with that.
Yeah, that's
I
a play
fucks with
off
that.
of Souls of Mischief. That was the name of their album in 93, and I took that and ran with it. Like, 94 Till. I'm gonna be me.
Unique. It's
94,
unique. Yeah,
yeah,
right. I know. I get it. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, it's so
yeah.
unique. You know what I'm saying? It's different, man. But bro, yo, I appreciate you, man, for coming
No
through,
doubt.
kicking it with Skinny. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You already know my boy Malc is in the building, kicking it with Skinny.
Yes, sir.
Until next time, man, we out of here, man. You already know.